Let us look at the third exercise in Microsoft Word. There are two things that you are supposed to do. In the first table, you are supposed to calculate some formulas, and in the second case, you are supposed to prepare a timetable. So I'm going to do the first part now, and in the first part, we are supposed to create a table that looks like this, and we are supposed to find the total and average across the rows, as well as we are supposed to find the total, average, highest and lowest across the columns. So let's start preparing the table first. As you are familiar, there are 8 columns in this particular table, and if you count the number of rows, you will notice that there are 16 rows are there. So I have my Microsoft Word document with me. I'm going to go to the insert menu over here, and under the insert I will find the table. There is a small down arrow over here. I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to go to the insert table. So I will select this option, that is the insert table option, and I'm going to insert a table with 8 columns and 16 rows. Once that is done, let me click OK. Once that is done, I'm going to fill the matter into this. So the first part is the branch code. Let me copy paste it from here to reduce the recording timing. Then I have the next one, that is the branch. Now you will notice that the next 4 columns over here, these cells are merged. So let me go over here and select the 4 columns, and I'm going to go to the layout option over here. So under the table tools, you get the layout. Under this layout, you get an option for merge cell. So I'm going to use this one, and that is the merge cell option to merge the cells. So you notice that the cells are merged now, and then I'm going to type this one. I assume that I'm typing it, but I'm copy pasting it. So this is done, and then I have 2 other columns over here, that is the total and average. Let me even copy paste them, as well as the average. Okay, that is done. And then I'm going to give the numbers as 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. You will notice that these cells over here are merged downwards. So this is also merged, and these also are merged. So let me do that merging part first, so that it looks exactly like how they have given. So I'm going to select these 2. So just click inside and just drag it up, and again go to the layout. Under the layout, you get merge cells, so you merge them. Select this one, and under the layout you get merge cell. Also select this one, and under the layout you get merge cell. And finally you have this one. Select it and go to the merge cell. So that is done. Now let's look at what is the next thing that we are supposed to get. We are supposed to get the 10 rows here with the branch code A101, 102, and so on and so forth. So let me select all these 10 columns there, 10 rows there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, from here I'm supposed to get it. So what I've done is I've calculated this 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to here I'm supposed to get it. So this is what I've done. So I have the 10 rows are getting selected. Let me go to the home here. So I'm going to click on this home, and under this home we have an option for number formatting. So there is numbering. So let's go here and let's select this option, the down arrow under this one. So I'm going to go here and then select if you notice, if I select A1 here, I'm going to just select A1, and it's going to appear like this, or if I select 1 2 3 4, it's going to appear like this. Okay, so you're not supposed to do this one, but I'm just telling you. So you get that 10 number, but that is not what is asked for. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go to the last option here, define the new number format. So this is the one option I'm going to have selected. So when I select this one, you get an option like this. I'm going to type A in front of it. So just click outside here, and you can see the cursor there. Use the keyboard left arrow to move it to the other side, and then type A here. And there is then you'll notice that you are going to get A1, A2, A3 and so on. So use the arrow again, the right arrow, and remove this dot here. You can use the backspace or delete. There is one dot here that is not really required. Okay, so you will notice now that is going to come one A1, A2, A3 and so on and so forth. So that dot is also removed, extra dot was there. Click OK, and you get A1 to A10. Now this is not what is required. We are supposed to start from A101. So click on the first one. Just click on the first one, right click on it, and then you say numbering values, set numbering values. So select this one and then type the value as 101. Click OK, and you are done with it. So you have all the 10 values done over here, and then we are supposed to type these values over here. I'm going to just copy them and then paste it to this one. First branch is Mangalore, then you have Udupi, and so on and so forth. So you have this Udupi. Then let me fill a few things. Let me say this is Manipal, and this is Karkal, okay, and so on. So I'm going to select all these things. Once it is done, Control C to copy it, and click on here, and Control V to paste it, and maybe 2 I'm going to select it, and Control V to make it full. Let's go here, and let me take this one. Now I'm going to copy this whole thing, Control C, and I'm going to paste it over here. This is going to come in one row, but that's okay. I'm going to Control X and Control V. X is to cut, Control X and Control V to paste it here, and Control X and Control V to paste. So Control X and Control V. So you're all familiar with the options there. Then I'm going to copy this one, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, and Control C and Control V, and I'm going to select whole thing over here and then I'm going to paste it here excuse me, and I'm going to paste one more time here, maybe sometime over here, and maybe randomly I'm going to paste it at one place, and I'm going to select a few numbers from this one also, and I'm going to try with the various combination excuse me. Then I'm going to paste it over here. Okay, so that's done. Maybe I can think of doing it this way also. Also I can think of maybe this also. I can copy it, and that is with this thing done, you can you have the values that are set. Now let me fix the other part, and that is I'm supposed to fill this part. So Control C and Control V to copy paste it here, and Control C and Control V to copy it to the proper location, and I still have a few more things here and Control C and Control V to copy paste it to the other side. Let me pause it a bit, and then I'm going to paste it to the other side. Now if you notice over here, and I'm supposed to merge these two cells, so this is actually merger of the cells. So I'm going to go over here and select it as usual. Go to the layout and then merge cell. Go to the layout and merge cell. Go to the layout and merge cell, and go to the layout and merge cell. So that's it. Also, we are supposed to merge these boxes over here. So let me go over here and let me merge to here. I have merged up to this point. That's done, and now we are supposed to calculate the total, and I am supposed to get the total of this particular side here. So I'm going to go over here and then I'm going to go to the layout again. If you notice the layout, under the layout you have the formula. So you have the formula here. Just select this option over here, then we will proceed. So I'm going to go to the formula. When I click on this formula, I'm going to get an option like this. So formula, and you notice that it has come sum above. I want the sum to the left hand side, all the numbers across the left hand side. So I'm going to double click on it and then type left to make it left. So I want to sum it across the left. So that's done, and then I want the average. So I want the average. So I'm going to go to the formula again, and I'm going to go and I'm going to select the formula. I'm going to delete this one. This is not really required. This formula is not required. Instead of this, I want the average formula. Now how do we get this average formula? If you say left, if you type left here, you will get a wrong answer, because left of this, let me zoom it better. So left of this will be including this total, remember. So if you say left, this total is also included, but I don't want this total. So I want this, only this one. Now this is identical, this table is identical to Microsoft Excel. You know very well, in the Microsoft Excel, the first column is A, second column is B, third column is C. First row is 1, so this becomes C1. Second row is C2, third row is C3. Okay, then you can have D3, then you can have E3, and so on and so forth. So if you look at the table that you have with you, is this one is A, column A, this is column B, and this one is column C. Okay, so this is column C. Also, if you notice, if you look at this one, this is the row number 1, this is the row number 2, and this is the row number 3. So this value over here is C3. So this is C3, this is D3, and this is E3. So we want this one. So I want from C3 to E3. This is the formula that I wanted, and I'm going to type that formula here. So I'm going to go over here, zoom it a bit, and I'm going to say C3 colon E3. So C3 to E3, I want to find the average. Click OK and then find it out. Now I'm going to reduce this one to some number. So I will take a sample here. This is 10, 20, 20. You know very well the average of this is going to be 15. Now how do you update this one? Now if you go over here and press the keyboard F9, remember, so from the keyboard function key F9, you find a key, function key F9. Just press that F9 to update the field value. You'll notice that the answer that I got is wrong, and that is because this is how many you have. Okay, I think this is not this is C3, D3, E3, and there is I think I missed one more, and I have this F3. So this up to here, 4 were there, I took it as 2. I will just delete it and then retry it. So let me go over here and I'll click on the sum formula here, and then I will delete this part, and I'm going to just keep it the function here, that is average from a C to F. So I'll make it as from C3 to F3. So that is done. Click OK, and you notice that that formula is 15 now. So this is working. If you click on this one and press F9, it's going to update the value. So sum is 60 and average is 15. So that is done. Once you have this formula, just select them, Control C, and select all of them and say Control V. Now the problem is they are not getting updated. So let me update the sum part now. F9, press F9 and it's going to update the formula. So if you have made changes to the numbers over here, and if you want the number to be updated, so just click on here and press F9. It's going to update the value. So F9 and F9 and F9, you updated it. Now the problem with the average is, average this time, see, when you have taken this as C3, the next column will be C4, next will be C5, next will be C6. So these are column numbers. You notice that these are row numbers. You notice that this is 3, then the next row will be row number 4, row number 5, row number 6. So this formula will not work, because you have in this formula what you have given is you said that it is C3 to F3. So which is this is the formula, C3 to F3. This is not going to work for the other, because for the other it must be D3 to C4 to F4, the next one C5 to F5, and so on and so forth. So I need to edit this formula. So it is very simple. Hold the Alt key. So you can use from your keyboard, you hold Alt plus the F11. So remember that, F11. Alt plus F11 to view the formula here. So I'm going to press that Alt and F11 on my keyboard. Sorry, F9. Sorry, it is not F11. Alt and F9, not F11. F11 is for something else. For if you want to do the scripting in Microsoft Word, you can always do it. F9. So let me try that thing. Alt and F9, and you have the formula there. Again, if you press Alt and F9, and you will get it back. So Alt F9 and Alt F9. So let me make it Alt F9 for the first time. First one is C3 to F3. Next one is D3. Sorry, C3. What is that I'm saying? So C4 to F4. So that's done. Next one is C5 and F5, and next one is C6 to F6, and next one is C7 to F7. Next will be, let me quickly do it, C8 to F8, and next will be C9 to F9, and next will be C10 to F10, and next will be C11 to F11, and next will be C12 to F12. Once this is done, you can use Alt F9 to get it back. Okay. But once you get it back, the formula will not be updated. So to update the formula, just press F9, and you will notice that it will automatically calculate the average for you. You can always try this one. So if you make all of them as let me say if you make all of them as 70, and if you know what is the average, you will realize that if I press F9 over here, you will realize that it is calculating the average, as well as if I press F9 over here, it will do the calculation for you. So F9 is to update. So to formula you must remember, F9 to update the field, and Alt plus F9 So Alt plus F9 is to update the formula itself. So let's go here and let's add the total here. Now what is the total? You know that this is the column number C. Okay, so this is row number 3 here, then this is 4, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this formula is C3 to C12. This is what you get. C3 to C12 will be this part. Similarly, D3 to D12 will be this part, and so on and so forth. So let me go ahead and let's get the sum here. So I'm going to click on here, formula, and the sum, it is not a sum above. Don't do the sum above, because if you do the sum above, this 1, 2, 3, 4 will also be added, so don't do that one. So let's go here and let's go to the formula. So again, to get the formula, go to the layout and then formula. You have the formula with me, and then I have the sum with me. So sum C3 to C12. Click OK, and you're done with it. How to find the average? Again, same thing. Click on here and then go to the formula, and then remove this sum, it's not required, and then go to the average. And again, the formula is same, C3 to C12 is the formula. Click OK, and you are done with the average. And now let's go to the next part, and that is the highest value. Again, to get the highest value, go to the formula, and in this formula you have a special formula called as min and max. So I'll remove this one, this is not required. To get the highest, you select the function called as max. So this is the function. The values, range value is same, C3 to C12. Click OK. You have the maximum. Again, to find the lowest, click on this one and go to the formula. Again, formula is on the layout formula, and you get the formula. Remove this one, it's not really required, and then go to the minimum. So you have the formula minimum, and the formula is C3 to C12. Done. We have done with the first part over here. I'm going to select all of them, Control C to copy it, and I'm going to click here and make a Control V to paste all of them. Remember, you need to change these formulas, because this is the column, this is column C, this part is column D, and this is column E, and this one is column F. So you need to do changes accordingly. So to get the formula, you press the Alt and F9. So press Alt and function key F9 to get the formula. So let me go and do that thing. So I'm going to press Alt and F9, and I have the formula with me. Let's go and update the formula. Now this for the second one, it is going to be D, and this is going to be D. Okay, for the next one I'm using the arrow keys, down arrow, then and this is D, and this is D, and this is D, and this is D. Again, if you want, you can even copy paste the formula, but I will do it manually. So this is D, and next time this column is this is the next column. Remember, this D column is over. Next we are going for the column number E, that is column with the name E. So E and E, and let me do it one more time, E and E, as well as for this one also E and E. That is done. And this last column, remember the first column is C, next column is D, next this is E, and this is going to be column number F, column name F. So let's go ahead and let's do that part, column F. So I have the formula F, and I have the formula F here, and I have the formula starting with F3 to F12, and that is done, and that will complete the entire work there. So once this is done, okay, let's let me zoom it back. Okay, I think this is already zoomed out. Okay, now let me use Alt F9 to get back to the values. So you have the values, but they are not updated. So from here, go on pressing F9. So F9, select it, press F9, F9 and F9, F9 and so on and so forth. You get all of them. Okay. So I think this formula is wrong here, because the least one happens to be 20 here. Let me just cross verify this one. I'm going to use Alt F9 and just to make sure that whatever I've typed, okay, I think I have not done E3 here. So this is E3 and E3. Okay, Alt F9. So that was a mistake. I did it again. You can anytime switch back. The reason is I know very well the list number here is 20 and it should have given me the value 20, but it's not doing it. So F9 and let me click on it and F9, and that's it. You have done the first part here, and next what you're supposed to do is color this one according to their taste. So let me select it and let me go to the design. Here you have an option for design. So under the table tools you have design, and I'm going to select the shading here, and I will select one shading. Okay, that's it. Okay, done. And this part I'm supposed to shade it with some other color. So let me shade this one. Let me select all of them, and I'll select all of them, and I'm going to go to the layout again, and under the layout you have a lot of option over here for aligning. I'll select the all centered option. So this is done. I'll select this one, and again I'm going to say centered. And if you look at the last part, this is the right aligned options. So let me go to the table over here and select all of them, and I'm going to go for the right aligned. Okay, so this is what they have done. That's all. I think there is nothing much to be done. If there is nothing much to be done over here, thank you for your interest. I'll stop the video.